Sparkle and Sprinkle, and I am so excited to be introducing the 12 new colors added to the already existing 12 awesome colors of the Embellishment Mousse by Nuvo. So I was gonna make you guys a color chart so you could see them all, but instead I created this awesome card just for you. You could check out all 12 of these beautiful colors. So I'm gonna show you how I made these individual color pieces as well as the background, which has that beautiful shimmer that you're used to seeing with the Embellishment Mousse. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to take advantage of the additional savings when you buy all 12 together. All right, here are the 12 new mousse, Embellishment Mousse colors. As you can see, they are gorgeous. They have that beautiful shimmer and shine just like the original 12 do. They're just, like I said, an amazing addition to the existing 12 mousse. So a really great add to the color palette. And I am going to be using these 3 colors just to show you how I made this awesome card, which got big thumbs up from my 9-year-old son and all of his friends. So it's a great little card to have around for birthday parties, for going away parties, for thank you, just about anything, and really fun techniques. So I'm going to take my mini brush and just dip it right into my orange blush. I absolutely love this bright orange color. I'm a big orange fan, so you can't really go wrong with orange with me. The brighter the better. I'm just going to go back and forth horizontal on my paper. I've got these 2.5 by 4 pieces of cardstock, and this is just left over from when I made a bunch of cards over the holidays. So you can take some scraps, any size. I'm just making my little color swatches before I run them through my die machine. So what I did first before I cut them out is I went and did all the colors. So you can do something really fun and adventurous by adding all 12 colors like I did here, or you can pick and choose a couple of colors. But if you already know you love the mousse and you want to grab all 12 of them, now would be a good time because we are offering the special. So this dries relatively quickly. If you have not used the Embellishment Mousse before, they dry super fast. So a couple things to keep in mind with that is you want to make sure you clean your brush right away. So after every color, so I did 3 colors at a time, and then I would go and wash my 3 brushes. So that's kind of a good rule of thumb to know, okay, after you do the 3, wash your brushes because you don't want to stain your brushes. But they clean up pretty well. You can see I've got a little bit of stain happening, but it's fine. They're okay with it. All right, so once you do that, you just are gonna take I used this great little die set, perfect, especially, I mean, it's very versatile, especially for boys, so awesome, cool, and sweet. Here are the dies that it comes with and the and, which is really fun. And so I basically took my awesome die, ran that through, and pop this guy out. Now, something else to keep in mind, which will make this technique very simple, is I used my Tear-ific tape, and the 3/4 was the perfect size. So I just ran a little strip of Tear-ific tape, trim my edges with my mini snips. Absolutely love them. And then set my die right here. Obviously you want to do it on the side that you colored, and then when I cut that out I already have the adhesive on it. So that's a really nice trick to keep in mind when you're doing small little dies like this. So when attaching them to my card, I just go ahead and peel that sticky background off and it sticks right on. Now if you instead want to glue them, I used the medium glue pen by Nuvo too, which is really great. So I'm going to set that guy aside and I'm going to show you how I made my background here by using their really awesome Light Mist spray bottles. So what's really nice about these, especially if you go to crops and you travel, is they have a locking feature. So to unlock it, you basically just pull it over and then that drops down and then it's able to mist. So that's nice if you throw that in a bag. you're not going to have that squeeze and leak all over. So that's a really nice feature to have on a squirt bottle for sure. So to create that, I just went ahead and dipped into my Pacific Teal, and I'm going to use this darker color so you can definitely see it on camera. And I've got some lukewarm water here, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix it. So there's two ways of doing this. You can mix your water first and then pour that in. With this much water, I would probably do 2 or 3 times as much mousse as I just added to get a really dark color. And this is a fun little science experiment, so you can just keep adding as much as you want. It just depends on if you want it to be a really dark mist or if you want it to be a very light and subtle mist. So it's all up to you. And I'm just using the back of a paintbrush that I had lying around. You can use a popsicle stick, or you can use a little skewer, whatever makes you happy. So you can also, like I said, there's a couple ways to do this. You can also just drop it right into the bottle and mix it in the bottle, and then you can give it a little shake. So I have a good amount in there. I have a nice solid bit of color in there. You could see the beautiful shimmer just swirl around inside of the bottle, which is gorgeous. And then with this squirt bottle, which is really cool, I have this little acrylic tray. It's just a piece of acetate that I taped my backing paper on. So this is a nice way to keep my mist contained so I don't get it all over the place. So when working with any new misting bottles, you want to see what the potential is, if it has a big wide spray. So if you go fast, you get a light spray. So that is what you get if you just spray it really quick. Now, how I did these darker bits of color and these spots is I sprayed it very slow. So I had it very controlled, and you might even want to use 2 hands, and I just sprayed it very slow. So it did more dripping. So I just squeeze it with, like I said, I'm using 2 hands, and I just did it really slow and controlled to do these fun little splatter looks. Now, the amazing thing about the embellishment mousse and something that differs from similar products on the market is once you spray it or apply it, it does not bleed after it gets wet again. So I can get this wet again, and that orange is gonna stay the orange as it was originally applied. So when that's nice is when you're doing all these sorts of different colors and you're blending all these colors, they are not gonna bleed when you add water to the next one. So that's why I have such great orange and blue and green backgrounds in the color. Colors in the background. Oh my goodness. So you can see how fun those splatters are. So once I did the first one, I just went ahead, and you can pour this into a little Tupperware container and save it again for later. You can dump that out. I went ahead and I made about 6 or 7 of these. So I had fun inserts for the inside of my card. You can also use it up to do backgrounds. You could spray them through a stencil, which is a really, really cool technique to do with your misting bottles. Once that's dried, which is just water, so it dries pretty quick, you can then go ahead and apply your next color, let that dry, and do your next color. I'm just using cardstock. This is really great cardstock from the Paper Cut, but you can also use your watercolor paper. You can use your mixed media paper. When I make cards, especially for my son's friends, I used cardstock, which does the trick just fine. So there are some great tips and techniques on how to use these beautiful 12 new mousse colors as well as the existing mousse colors. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Sparkle and Sprinkle. And if you want to see some other fun techniques on how we've used the mousse, go ahead and check out those on our YouTube channel. Thank you.